Before the kids fill the seats and the actors take the stage, another performance was going on. The cast only had 30 minutes to unload, build their sets, get costumes on, and be ready to dazzle 300 students with their performance. This is Child's Play.
Childsplay is a professional company for young audiences that tours to schools throughout the state. We have a public season, and we also have a lot of educational programming that goes on in schools throughout the country.
In 35 years of serving Arizona communities, Child's Play has traveled to thousands of schools and performed 110 plays for more than 4 million audience members.
You would be in the middle of the show and you would hear a kid suddenly yell out in the middle of the show, "This is the best show I have ever seen." And that's what's so great about it.
In its purest form, theater speaks directly to every audience member who's watching. And the connection between the performer and the audience member is unique.
As the 500 students at Santa Fe Elementary file into their cafeteria, they have no idea what adventure awaits them.
With Two Wings is a story about a family. It's a very universal story because it deals with parents not wanting to let go, but also children growing up and wanting to adventure out into the world and experience things for themselves.
As With Two Wings starts, the kids are introduced to the main character, a fledgling named Life, who is very sheltered by his parents.
Rule number 1, never ever try to fly.
Soon, the kids learn the real reason why Life's parents are afraid for him to fly. Life's father has a burned wing, and one of his mother's wings is shorter than the other. Neither can fly. In the end, with his parents' blessing, Life spreads his wings and flies.
It was a lesson, a very good lesson, that you can trust your instinct and you can go with what you think.
It's like don't judge a book by its cover.
Through the years, Child's Play has tackled topics from teen suicide to bullying. For the schools, it's much more than a play. It's a conversation starter.
Every one of those responses and the differences between them offer the opportunity for kids to talk to kids, kids to talk to teachers, kids to talk to parents. Communication.
These third graders are not just listening to a story.
Tender, juicy piggy.
They're actually getting a lesson in critical thinking and problem solving.
Now where are we off to?
The students have to decide what the key scenes are in the story.
The first javelina built his house out of straw.
Then they work in groups to create tableau. They use their bodies to recreate the scenes and reinforce what they have learned. This combination of play and teaching was something new for the teachers.
I really didn't know what to expect. You were like, well, drama in the classroom, that almost seems like it's a separate thing. I am a believer. I am a believer. It's a new tool in our toolbox for us to use with our children.
Child's Play has been fabulous for Moon Mountain School. It has brought a dimension in for children through drama and play that they're able to really grasp the world around them, understand schema and concepts and world knowledge that they wouldn't be able to get elsewhere.
During the last 5 years, Palmer has worked hard to find the money to keep Child's Play in her school. She knows what it means to the success of her children.
We've increased our reading scores. We've increased how kids understand the world around them in terms of social studies and science by the use of this strategy with Child's Play.
Homeward Bound is a transitional housing program for families that have been dealing with either domestic violence or homelessness. We have children who by age 3 have already had 13 or 14 homes in their life.
It takes time to reach these kids, as was the case with 3-year-old Joshua.
Joshua came to us having experienced an enormous amount of trauma. He witnessed a lot of violence against his mother. He could not express himself to adults. He was fearful, he was shy, he really didn't know how to talk to adults.
And then as Child's Play started coming in, he became more engaged during the group time. At group activity time, he would come over. And then as it went on, he finally began to verbally engage with everyone, and really just, you could see it was like a weight lifted off of his shoulders almost.
Once we were able to help him step outside of himself through the Child's Play program, that's when he found his voice.
So friends, this is a story called Where the Wild Things Are.
The classic children's book, Where the Wild Things Are, comes to life in the hands of Child's Play teaching artist Brianna Stapleton Welch.
We're gonna go on a journey to a wild place where we can be wild and make mischief and no one will tell us to go to our room.
This kind of creative drama serves a dual purpose. Children dig deep into their imaginations, but they also learn important verbal and social skills.
With Where the Wild Things Are, the kids get to experience some emotional empathy, and for a 3-year-old who's learning emotional regulation, that's incredibly important.
That belief is echoed by the Helios Foundation, which gives grants to educational programs including Child's Play.
We looked at how the children were attending to the learning. They were up and moving around, they were engaged, they were offering new insight, they were sharing information. This is how children learn.
For 35 years, Child's Play has been sparking imagination and creativity so that all children have a strong voice and a bright future.
I remain convinced that theater can change children's lives, that it opens up possibilities and new worlds, new ways of thinking outside of the box, or new boxes to think inside of.
A lot of these kids don't get exposure to real live theater, and I think it's great for them to see that. And also all of your plays have an amazing message to them, which I think is really important for kids.
I would love to see the community continue to support Child's Play and increase their support for Child's Play, because our experience has been so rich. I can only imagine how other children would benefit from this program.
There couldn't be a better investment in my book to help kids really get what it is they're learning and the importance of building on that world around them, the whole child kind of learning piece that needs to happen for kids to be successful.